Hi YouTube, today we're going to be having a look at the LEGO City Set 60351. Okay, so the plan is for this video to go live on YouTube when Artemis 1 launches. Unfortunately, Artemis 1 has been set back a couple of months now due to technical problems and also the weather system that went over North America. It did have to go back into the vehicle assembly building, but it's now back out on the pad, and at the time of recording this video it is due to launch in approximately 8 hours. Right, so let's have a look at the box. So of course we have the main Artemis rocket, we have the tower, we have an observatory, and then we have a mission control. We also have some vehicles here as well, and plenty of minifigures dotted all the way around. This series has been inspired by the Artemis, NASA's return to the moon, so the information is up there as you can see. We'll just flip the box around and see what it looks like on the back. That's pretty cool. So we've got an image of the Artemis rocket in flight, the actual Artemis rocket itself, and then here's the observatory opening up, mission control, and as you can see the rocket does separate into different stages, but we'll come to that after it's all built. So without further ado, I'm going to start a time lapse. I'm going to film this whole build. I do believe this set does have 1,010 pieces, if I remember correctly. Let's get it built. Okay, so we finally built. That took quite a while. So first of all we have the two astronauts. They both have helmets that can be removed. And they also come with the hair pieces, so the the lady here. So we can pop her hair on. And then the male astronaut here, it does have a dual expression head. Not looking very well there. So we can pop his hairpiece on there as well. Next up we have the scientists. So this guy looks a bit like a mad professor. And then we have the female scientist as well. And I believe, yep, the female does have a dual expression head. Then we have a technician here. Then we have some of the support technician crew. So we've got Mr. Man there. And then we also have the female technician. And she is in the crew transporter, I presume. So what we can do is we can place the minifigures there in the back. We can also put the other technician in the passenger seat at the front. There we go. Some nice detail for the dashboard in there as well. Okay, so we also have this little doohickey on the back here, and that can be used to pick up this piece of meteorite. Inside the meteorite we do have this kind of geode microbe piece as well. Also we have Clamp, the robot, or the droid, and there is a button on the back to light up the light up brick, which is quite bright. Okay, so next up we have mission control. Here we can see two control seats. Some silly sausage has left their drink on top of the console, which is probably a breach of health and safety. On the right hand side we do have a model of the Artemis rocket. And also there is a poster on the wall there as well, which explains the different parts and segments of the rocket. So you've got the crew capsule, the segment for the rover, and then the lower end, which is for the fuel. And then if we can get this into shot, which would be really, really cool. On the side there is a rotating wheel, and what it does, it simulates the orbital path of the rocket. So as you turn the wheel through the translucent brick, you can see the Artemis rocket, and that's just operated by this wheel here. And then we also have all the blue glass. It's a very, very nice piece. Also in the same style we have the observatory. Okay, so this is a garage for the vehicle to go into. We have the sliding door. We also have some health and safety hazardous colour scheme here for the ramp, and also for the top as well. Looking round on the side we have a palm tree and a parrot. Also a rack here with some tools in. On the back here we have two plain black heads, which I presume would be to place the helmets on. like so. Okay then, and then in the top we have the rotating observatory. So the one that's indicated with the translucent blue brick there, if you pull that one forwards, we do have a telescope here, and if you turn this piece on the top, it elevates the telescope, which is quite a cool feature. And then the other three sides open up as well. So if we rotate the top round, we have a control panel here and a constellation. We have a quadcopter or a drone here ready for launch. And then also on the top we have a magnifying glass with the micro piece underneath. Not sure if you can just make that out there. Okay then, and then for the main part, we have the rocket itself. Now this is going to be fun to try and get it in the camera frame. So first of all, if we focus on the lower part, as the rocket launches, you can see these fuel pipes here. These automatically disconnect as you go up, which is quite a cool feature. I'll just show you that from the side. So as the rocket goes up, the fuel pipes disconnect. Also, just underneath where the rocket does sit, you'll also have some water coming out, which is the equivalent of what the flame trench would be, where they douse the flames for noise suppression and also to reduce some of the heat. Okay, so coming round to the back, we have a lift here for the crew to go up the tower. Now that is operated using a wheel at the top and using the string there, and the lift goes up through the rails like so. I'll show you the top part in just a moment, but there we go. So here's the wheel part again, just show you that. So that brings the lift up the rails. It's quite a way to go actually. There we go. Also at the top we do have a gantry arm which swings round to simulate the crew access arm. And then we have the rest of the rocket here. Okay, so lastly what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the rocket off, lay it down on the table and show you the different compartments and what is inside. Okay, so here we are with the Artemis rocket itself. First of all, the SRBs, or the solid rocket boosters, they do separate from the main body of the rocket. They just clip off like so. Also, different segments of the rocket have different things in. Now, obviously this isn't true to life. Everything would be in this section of the rocket here. And this would be mainly all fuel. But in here we do have the lunar rover. And then in true Lego style, if I can get it off, we have the fuel tank, which is obviously Octane, which is the Lego brand for fuel. And then underneath we'll just show you the engines. So we have the bottom of the two SRBs here, and then the RS-25 engines, which are basically a very close descendant of what was on the shuttle. And then on the side of the SRBs we do have NASA branding, And then also on the top, on the main module, the Orion capsule, we have NASA branding again. And then the last thing that's left over is we do have a few Lego bricks left over. So these are all spares. These are normally the smallest parts which may get lost or broken. And also the kit itself did come with a brick separator, which I didn't need to use. And that's pretty much it. Okay folks, so that's it. That is the Lego City Set 60351, inspired by Artemis, NASA's return to the moon. If you do wish to purchase one of these sets, I'll provide a link in the description below where you can get one from Amazon if you wish to do so. And until the next time, thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to comment, like, subscribe and share this video with everyone you know.